The India versus Pakistan build-up is going on at a fever pitch, folks. It's less than 24 hours to go before the marquee clash. But parallel to the India versus Pakistan development, there has also been a big interview released by the host broadcasters on Virat Kohli. In the previous video which I had done, there was a clip on which he had focused on mental health. He had focused on how this break meant to him, how this break was very valuable to him. But in this video, what I am going to show you is the entire interview. The entire interview which Virat Kohli did with the host broadcaster was telecast at 5 p.m. IST today. In this, I will give you the very close points that he made apart from the quotes that he did on mental health. So let's get going with the first major quote that he said. Virat Kohli was very happy that this kind of a situation is back. He admitted at the very start of the program that that he was indeed bogged down by the bio bubble because it became hectic at a certain point in time, and then now he was looking forward to interacting with more people in a room, and there was media activity, there was the usual buzz of a big tournament. He was asked a question on the Asia Cup and he made a very sensational and a very unique claim, that I may say, a kind of revelation that at 23 I could play at that level. Why did he make this statement when it came to the Asia Cup? Folks, we all know that in 2012, Virat Kohli had already established himself as one of the bona fide greats when he smashed 133 against Sri Lanka in Hobart. A couple of months after that, India was playing the Asia Cup and they were facing Pakistan in Mirpur. A total of 329 against a bowling attack that had Aizaz Chima, Wahab Riaz, Mohammad Hafiz, Saeed Ajmal was going to be slightly tricky in Dhaka. But Virat Kohli smashed 183 of the most fabulous runs that he's ever hit. That remains his highest score. So Virat Kohli had said at that time that it was a revelation that 23 I could play at that big game level. So that knock against Pakistan cemented his reputation as one of the best in the business. And he did not look back. Barring that one blip that he had in 2014 against England, the rest of the times he was on a different level altogether. And the 2016 Asia Cup also, he cited one more example, that his knock of 49 against Pakistan on a tricky wicket in Mirpur when they were chasing 84 also made him, because India were 8 for 3 and they could have very well lost that game, but Virat Kohli's 49 ensured that he got India back on track, and India went on to win that tournament. Let me just add that. It's India versus Pakistan. We all know the feverish build-up, we all know the hype that surrounds an India versus Pakistan game. Virat Kohli, we are often said that the coverage of India versus Pakistan and the coverage of India versus Pakistan, any tournament, is very, very passionate. Why is that? Because there is an outside noise which demands that hype, expectation and pressure. Virat Kohli has said that that outside noise is very, very hard to ignore. So when India plays Pakistan, the expectation that a player carries is all built upon because of the outside noise. You have to win against Pakistan. Losing to Pakistan is not an option. However, when he steps out onto the field, it is just a normal game. But because of the field and because of the outside noise that is prevalent, because of the existing India versus Pakistan tensions, these kind of games assumes a totally different meaning altogether. India and Pakistan will play potentially 3 times in the Asia Cup. After this, in the Super Fours potentially, and also potentially in the final. So every game will assume a certain level of importance and expectations will rise as every game progresses. This 2022 Asia Cup is going to be very, very challenging, and even Virat has admitted it. Is it because of the lean patch that he's undergoing? No. It is because in August, you're going to play the Asia Cup. You have to remember, folks, that in the UAE, in August, it is extremely hot and humid. When they played in September, October, even the IPL and the World T20 in October, the conditions there were totally different. He did say that towards the evening it became pleasant, but it was very challenging for him too. And he did have a very intense training session on both the days. So Virat Kohli has said this Asia Cup is challenging for him because of the conditions. If they are prepared for it, it will be very easy to tackle. But yes, the factor that the lean patch is still undergoing for Virat, this statement perhaps add a different dimension altogether. As we all know, folks, when he steps out onto the ring of fire on 28th August, Virat Kohli will be playing his 100th T20I. He will be the second player after Ross Taylor to play 100 matches in all three formats. When asked what does it mean about playing 100 T20Is in addition to 100 tests and 100 plus ODIs, Virat Kohli just had some simple terms. He does not look at the numbers. He just believes that the longevity and the consistency as well as the nurturing of his game, it is a symbol that he has done it right so far. The consistency and nurturing, these numbers signify that. Not the averages, not the strike rate, not the number of runs, but because he's hung in there for a certain period of time. Remember, this is his 14th year. Or 12 to 14 years he's been very active in international cricket. So these numbers are a true testament to his legendary status. Now there has been plenty of questions on why Virat Kohli took that break. Oh, there have been a lot of people who have said that, oh, Virat Kohli took a break in June. Oh, he took a break in July, August. He didn't play against the West Indies, he didn't play against Zimbabwe, he didn't play against South Africa. Why is he taking so many breaks? Virat Kohli had one very definitive statement to make. You have seen what has happened to Trent Bolt, Ben Stokes and Moeen Ali. Remember folks, Trent Bolt is no longer in the New Zealand Central contracts. Ben Stokes retired from ODIs. Moeen Ali has retired from tests. Why is it? Because at a certain point in time, when Virat Kohli pointed that out, even at a certain point of time, you have to say no, you have to understand your limitations. Everybody can't play all three formats. Even Josh Butler had said that 4 or 5 years ago. And in this entire decade, Virat Kohli has played 50% more than any of the other players that have played, if you look at a 10-year period. So, you have to say that Virat Kohli will be like, okay, I need this break. Body and mind have to be in sync. Only then I take a break. Trent Bolt, workload pressure is another burden altogether because all three formats, it's a big burden. Virat Kohli has to ensure that his mind and body are at sync because as I mentioned in the previous video, there are certain limitations. You identify those limitations, it's good. If you don't, it becomes very, very unhealthy. That is why this statement is a very important thing. And he also said that sometimes people don't value what you do. And it is a big reality check. This lean patch, this break has made him realize that if you are in the middle of it, you sometimes get muddled because the mind festers on negativity. It feasts on negativity. If you are outside that, you can realize, okay, I did this wrong. I should have approached it in this way. And on top of that, some people are not valuing his contributions also. It's an indication that it's a reality check for him. On the final point, we all know that Virat Kohli, if you have to look at his captaincy tenure, the only blip that he's got is not winning a major ICC event. He did not win the 2017 Champions Trophy. He did not win the 2019 ICC World Cup, and they lost, and India lost in the group stages in the 2021 ICC World T20. What does Virat Kohli have to say about that? When asked, he said, awareness and a lot of smarts. Then wanting to play a certain style of cricket because it can implode on any particular day. Yes, India did lack awareness. India did lack a lot of smarts when it came to 2017, when it came to 2019, when it came to 2021. Yes, but if you play a certain style of cricket also in a big game tournament, then it can implode on any particular day. For baseball experts, this is a very, very important thing. If you play cricket according to baseball style, if you even play according to Brendan McCullum's style, it can implode. What happened to New Zealand in 2015 in the World Cup? They wanted to go aggressively. McCullum played a rash shot, was bowled of Mitchell Starc in the first over in the final. So, there is a certain level of play that you do in big game tournaments, especially in the finals and the semi-finals. So folks, in addition to India versus Pakistan, Virat Kohli has been in the news all day long because of the comments that he made. A very frank, open and candid admission on mental health. He's been very clear on what are his priorities, how does he perceive himself, what is the mental space that he's in. It's a very, very open and candid interview by Virat Kohli, folks. You can only understand that he's mortal. We all elevated him to that pedestal of legendary status, but at the end of the day, at the age of 34, he's just a simple human being like all of us. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates from sports today, especially on the Asia Cup from Dubai. We'll be live from Dubai also. Press the like, comment and share button, and we are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, folks. Bye-bye.